Hi, this is Rob Hanley with the Durham Duplicate Bridge Club on Tuesday, October the 31st for the 499er game. We have two hands for you today. The first one is number 6. So I have 12 high card points, 7 hearts. It's tempting to open 4 hearts with this hand, but it is frankly too strong. So I'm just going to open 1 heart. There's a double on my left, so that's a takeout double, which promises 4 spades, an opening bid, and tolerance for both of the minors and usually short in hearts. My partner has made a redouble. Don't see those very often. That shows 10 plus high card points, and it's basically saying the hand is ours. And my partner is saying they may be interested in penalty against them if the circumstances are right. And they're also implying they don't have a fit with me in hearts. No surprise given that I have 7 of them. The person on my right, the robot there, he's bid 1 spade. So in light of the explanation for the takeout double and the redouble, it means that the robot on my right does not have a lot of points, potentially nothing. And they're bidding 1 spade to confirm with their partner that that's where their fit is. He's trying to get away from being doubled in something else. And 1 spade says, I like spades. If he had passed, it would say he had no preference, and it would leave it up to his partner to pull it to something else if we went looking for penalty. So in this kind of circumstance, I have 3 general options. I can pass 1 spade, which says to my partner that I'm not sure what to do. And I might be interested in penalty, but I don't have the right kind of hand just yet to penalty double in 1 spade. I can double 1 spade. That's penalty. Once my partner makes a redouble in this situation, all doubles by my partner or myself are pure penalty. And I clearly don't have that. The third option is that I can bid a new suit or rebid my own suit, which indicates a hand that's not really suitable to defend with. And I think my hand's the definition of that, holding 7 hearts. So I'm just going to bid 2 hearts. This is not for left, which is a bit aggressive given that my partner already showed penalty interest. But the vulnerability does give them some safety level there, but even still. Partner has bid 3 no trump. So given that they've bid and raised spades, partner's 3 no trump is going to promise me 2 stoppers and spades and a full opening bid. My analysis really hasn't changed from my hand. I'm still not interested in anything but hearts, so I'm just going to pull that to 4 hearts. All right, so partner has a really nice hand. They do have a jack of hearts, which is going to be quite useful. So it looks as though I clearly have the ace of hearts missing, the ace of spades missing, and the king of clubs missing. And we know where they are because the takeout double was on my left. So there's 3 losers that, quite frankly, I don't see any way to get rid of. Even if this 2 of diamonds is being away from the queen, I still can't pitch enough clubs or spades to make it useful for me to duck that around and risk the contract. So I'm not going to duck that around and take the jack. Instead, I'm just going to take the ace straight away. And I'm going to lead trump, the jack, and I have 7 of them down to the 9, so I'm just going to overtake. Not to use up any. There's the 8, solves that problem anyway. Now all of my hearts are down to the 4. Back comes another diamond. That hasn't changed anything for me. I can't contract. It'd be pretty silly if I went down. Now I need to get back to my hand and draw the remaining trump. Once again, I know where the king of clubs is. It's with the player on my left who made the takeout double, so I'm not going to take the finesse. I'm just going to play the ace, and I'm going to draw the outstanding. There we go. They're all gone now. And I'm just going to play the queen of clubs here. It's possible he misdefends. It's just unlikely. Yeah, of course, he's going to catch that ace of spades. There you go. And the rest are mine. 2 tricks. So we bid and made 4 hearts. This was an interesting hand because my partner was in a position to make a penalty-oriented redouble. You don't see that very often. All right, we're going to pause while we change for the second hand. All right, we're back, this time with hand number 11. So one pass on my right, I have 14 high card points. That includes the stiff king of spades, which is of dubious value until I know whether my partner has any points, but it's still an opening bid, and 1 heart it's going to be. Partner has jumped to 4 clubs. This is a splinter bid. Now, a splinter bid off a major opening promises an opening bid, not less and not more. So that's sort of 11 to 14 high card points. They must have 4 trump for that because they need to be able to potentially rough my losing clubs. And it's just sort of pigeonholing where my partner's shortness is in case I'm looking for slam. I'm not looking for slam on this hand for a couple of reasons, but most important is that I have wasted values of clubs. The queen of clubs is worth nothing, and I'm going to have to rough a bunch of clubs to take the maximum number of tricks. So slam seems unlikely. So I'm just going to sign off by bidding 4 hearts. All right, so I'm going to use the master hand principle to decide how to play this hand. And basically that involves looking at my hand, concentrating on my hand, because that's where the long trump is, and then how can I use the dummy to get rid of some of my losers. So I appear to have, well, based on Jack of Diamonds lead, I have no heart losers, no spade losers. I have 1 diamond loser, because even if the king is on my right, I'll score my queen later. And I have I have 4 club losers. But then using the master hand principle, how can I use the dummy to get rid of my club losers? And the answer is I need to rough them in the dummy. So the first thing I'm going to do is duck this around. Let's see, does it? Okay, so that means the king is not on my right. It means that the robot on my left started with king jack 10, and they've led top of an interior sequence. So I'm just going to take this trick, and I'm going to reevaluate. If I cash the king of spades, then cross to dummy with the ace of diamonds, cash the ace of spades, that will allow me to discard my losing diamond. And that will leave me just with those clubs, and then I lead a club towards my queen, and I think I'm going to set it up as a cross-ruff with that in mind. So I'm going to play the king of spades, and a diamond to the ace, cash that ace of spades, pitch a losing diamond. Notice the jack showed up on my left. That's a big card, and it might be a concern when I try and set this up as a cross-ruff in case the robot on my left is out of spades. So now I'm going to play a club. Okay, and he's played the king, which suggests, by the way, he has the ace and the king. And back comes the queen of spades. So since the robot on my left played the jack of spades the second time spades were called, it means they don't have any more. So there's no point in roughing low on this. I need to rough high. So jack of hearts. And now I'm going to rough a club. And I'm going to rough the diamond back to my hand. I'm going to rough another club. And I'm going to rough a spade, making sure to rough it high. I'm going to rough this. And I can cross-ruff the remaining 2 tricks. All right. So I managed to actually take 12 tricks, but now that we can see all 4 hands, a couple of things come to mind. First, if you recall the auction, when I opened a heart, my partner splintered with 4 clubs. The robot on my right, holding ace king of clubs, should double 4 clubs so that their partner will lead a club. It's perfectly safe, and it doesn't give up anything by doing that. So if they do that, then the robot on my left leads a club to south on my right, and they play a diamond through my queen, which means I can't take 12 tricks now. by underleading that king of diamonds from king jack 10 because they had nothing better to do. The robot on my left actually gave me an extra trick. Also, if I'm in 6 and the robot on my left leads a trump, and I could end up with some problems because the cross-ruff really won't work. All right, that's it for this week. We'll see you next time. Thanks.